All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. Right, this brother Obadiah with New Wine Congregation. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right, Yahweh is the true name of who the world calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the true name of who the world calls Jesus Christ, right? And the title of this video is going to be called, Don't Be Shocked When You Hear Bad Things About the Israelites. And before I touch on this, what I'm going to speak on, I got a video I want to play, of course, of the brother. Got to get the brother blowing the mighty shofar before we get into the lesson, man. It just boosts my spirit up before I get into a lesson. Like, that's something I'm trying to make. I do every video. Make sure I had a video of the brother blowing the shofar to get the video started off, man. It do something to your spirit. All praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High, right? So before I get into this precept, let me explain something real quick, right? Because a lot of times, hold up, how I do this? All right. So a lot of times, people really don't have people don't really understand about the Israelites, man. This is why I titled this, Don't Be Shocked When You Hear Bad Things About the Israelites. Because a lot of times when certain things go on, different type of situations go on in the, we got what we call the Israelite community, right? When a lot of situations go on in the Israelite community, you have people shocked, like, and you have people leave the truth. You have people leave the truth because they be like, wow, I thought I didn't know stuff like this was going on. Or you have people be like, on the outside looking in, that can't be the truth. Look at all that stuff that's going on in the Israelite community. That can't be the truth. So a lot of times when certain things go on in the Israelite community, a lot of people think that this is not the truth. But what people don't understand is this further prove that that we are the Israelites, and it's further prove that the Bible is true. Because people think, especially the Christians and the Muslims and stuff that come against Israelites when it comes to doctrine and things like that. Especially I'm gonna say mainly the Christians. When something bad happened to a camp, or just something bad in general happened to the Israelite community, that's when people like, see, I knew that wasn't the truth. I knew that was wicked, right? I knew that was wicked, and then people in the truth, they leave the truth because of a situation that that happens within a camp, or not even just a camp, but just Israelite in general. And this is the reason why I say this further prove the truth, this Bible the truth, because people got to understand something, man. The Israelites, we the people of the Bible, right? We believe that we descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We believe that when we read about these people that's in the Bible, that's Israelites, that these are our forefathers, right? Now, when you go back and look into the Israelites and look into our history, a lot of us were wicked. Look how many wicked kings when you read about in First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. Look at how many wicked kings Israel had. Israelites was the ones that literally delivered up the Messiah. Judas literally turned in the Messiah. So you literally had Saul trying to kill David for absolutely no reason at all. So when you read a lot of accounts of the Israelites, a lot of our people was wicked, but a lot of people don't. Some people don't read. So they think that the Israelites were all good, because that's how they portray them on these movies, that the Israelites were all good. No, a lot of our people was wicked. Why you think we kept going into all these captivities? Why you think we keep getting punished? Because a lot of us are wicked, including ones in fringes that's saying Kwame Yasharala and that's calling themselves Israelites. So don't think just because something happens in the Israelite community that is not the truth. No, it further proves that we the Israelites, man. Because the Israelites, a lot of I gotta be real. We wicked, man. We wicked. We wicked. The Israelites have always, yeah, we the chosen people. You know, yeah, we loved by God, but we are hard-headed, stiff-necked people, man. So when these things happen, we gotta look at the Bible and be like, man, this further prove that the Bible real. We shouldn't be like, well, I'm so confused. It's so much hate going on in the community. Where's the love? No, it was never that. It's a picture painted that that is all love. No, it never been that since the beginning, since we became a nation. The love have never been there. We have never been on one accord. We have never truly loved each other when it came to the Israelites. So we gotta stop. We gotta get that false narrative out of our mind, thinking that everybody infringes and everybody keep the Sabbath day that they righteous. We gotta think just because brothers go out there and teach and they scream with a microphone, we got to put that out of our mind that they righteous. They know about love. I know they do. I know they love their brother, because that's not always so, man. Yeah, I'm not saying, of course, all Israelites not wicked. Not all Israelites in camps wicked. People love pushing the narrative that camps are wicked. But it's kind of crazy to me how people say camps are wicked, but you have the brothers out there risking their life, man, for the word of the Lord. But that's a story for another time. You don't. So just like you have wicked Israelites or had wicked Israelites, you also had sincere Israelites. Not all the scribes and Pharisees were wicked, but a lot of them were wicked that wanted to kill Christ. So it's like we gotta take away that false narrative and stop deceiving ourselves, thinking that we are that we all love each other in the Israelite community, that everybody love each other, that is love. No, that's not. It's not all love, man. Because it never been all love since the Israelites became a nation, since Jacob. Abraham, when Jacob changed his name, was changed to Israel, he had the 12 tribes. He always been confused. Shit, we was battling against each other in First Kings. That's why you think the nation split. We was going to war against each other back then. So this stuff, we shouldn't look at this stuff as strange, man. We should look at this stuff as if it further proves that the Bible is real and that we are the Israelites. We indeed are the Israelites, man. So let me get a few scriptures. Is it sharing? Let's get a few scriptures. This further proof, and you have people confused when certain situations happen in Israel. People be confused, like, what's going on? I thought that this was the truth. I thought that, when I came into the Israelite community, that things were gonna be more better. Sometimes it do. You know what I'm saying? It do get better, but sometimes it don't. According to who you be around. It's Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So this is red letters. So Christ was even stuff like that was going on back then, man. You had people around him that were probably confessing themselves to be Israelites, that were confessing themselves to be pastors, to be prophets. A lot of them were wicked inwardly. A lot of these men were wicked inwardly. A lot of these women were wicked inwardly, man. They come in sheep. It sounds good when you first listen to it, when you first start hanging around. If the feeling feel good, but inwardly, their motive are ravening wolves. So why do we think differently now since we in so-called 2025? When Christ was telling us this, they was doing this back then, and there's nothing new under the sun. We still these same people. Just like we said about Esau, right? Esau wicked because even now they still wicked because those slave masters and those people that hung us and those people that had us in captivity, those people had children and their children had children and their children had children. So that hatred that they have towards us is passed down through them, right? But a lot of these wicked scribes and Pharisees had children. Then their children had children. Then their children had children. So that spirit of hating Christ, that spirit of wickedness is still within a lot of our people that's in this truth. But that don't make the truth not true. It makes the truth more true. He said, beware of false prophets which come into you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, man. Because he was saying it. Yahweh Shah was saying it. So when you get let me get Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The things that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Right? So Yahweh Shah is saying, he's telling you, not Yahweh Shah, my bad, Solomon. He's telling you there's no new thing under the sun. We had more wicked, this is what I'm going to say. We had more wicked kings than we did righteous kings. You know how many, you know how the people that wanted to kill Yahweh Shah to get him delivered up, and they knew that he was innocent, and they tried to throw they tried to say he was doing certain things when he wasn't doing certain things, right? They tried to get him killed. This spirit is back on the earth. That Judas spirit, how Judas betrayed his brother, all these spirits are back on the earth, man. All these spirits that you read about in the Bible, of all these wicked Israelites that was in the Bible, a lot of us were wicked. This is what people got to understand, man. And a lot of us are wicked now. It's no new thing under the sun. So don't think it's strange when you hear some stuff in the Israelite community. And don't be like, wow, what? I never thought that would happen. I never thought so-and-so would be beefing. I never thought she would do that. We supposed to be Israelites. And they were supposed to be Israelites back then. And they were still doing the same stuff that we do now. A lot of us do now. Right? So it's no new thing under the sun, man. We just got to make sure that we have our spirit right. You know what I'm saying? Because a great falling away is coming. And it's around Passover season too. A great falling away is coming, man. A lot of people gonna follow. A lot of people that you looked up to, right? A lot of sisters that you may have looked up to that you knew, it's gonna be a falling away. It's gonna be people in this walk, in this journey of me of coming back to my nationality as an Israelite and starting to keep the commandments. During this journey, it was people that came in here in this truth with me, or been people that I knew had in group chats with. Not even in the truth no more. Going back into the world. A greater falling away than that is finna come upon the earth, man. You finna start seeing people fall out left and right. You finna start hearing things more about the Israelites community, about so-and-so that you never thought so-and-so would do. Or you gonna start seeing more things. But are you gonna leave the truth because you hearing certain things or you seeing certain things? Are you going to leave the truth? Are you going to bash the truth? Are you going to bash the Israelites? Are you going to bash your brothers and sisters because you hearing certain things? No. This is stuff is supposed to happen. It's been happening forever. Since we became a nation, these things are supposed to happen. Yahweh Shai is going to separate the wheats and the tares, man. He going to see the ones that really done came out and renewed their mind, man, and came out the world. So Yahweh Shai gonna separate the wheats and the tares. So when you get Luke 20 and 20, this is what people feel. This is what people fail to realize too. This is what people fail to realize too, man. A lot of us as Israelites, A lot of us, we kind of forget this sometimes. When we in this truth, we kind of forget this scripture right here. Luke chapter 20 and verse 20. And they watched him and sent for spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor. So you had people that was watching, and you had people that was watching and spying on Yahweh Shai, and they came across as just men. So if people was doing that back then to Christ, how much more now in so-called 2025? You have people that's portraying to be Israelites, man, in fringes, right? Head wrap dress. A lot of people are portraying to be Israelites, but they are agents, man. So when you see things out of nowhere, out of the ordinary, just happen in the nation or in Israel, and we might see it soon. We might see something happen real. Just say we see something. Just say something happened in worldwide, right, with the Israelites, and it's somebody that you may know, somebody a leader or something you may look up to, and a shooting happened or something like that, or something said on the on a video or something said that makes the whole nation look bad, right? Now we have to understand it's a lot of agents in this truth that's portraying to be Israelites. So what an agent job is to do is to call. A lot of times they'll sit back and enjoy the ride, right? It's a lot of times you won't know they're agents, but some confusion, like something that happened out the ordinary, like some type of confusion that may happen. Now, the agent job is to cause confusion and to get information and take it back to Esau. An agent job is to make the body look bad. Right? That's what a lot of agents do. Every time we as so-called black people had an organization, it always was agents somewhere. Esau always got one of us to slither in the mix and cause confusion. So if they was doing that back then, you had agents and spies literally spying and causing confusion, and they portrayed to be just men. How much more now? We are in the last days. How much more now, man? How much more now that our brother that or sister that's in fringes won't come and or more than one brother, more than one sister, 5 or 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 30 brothers on one accord cause confusion to confuse the whole nation, man. These are things that we got to expect in these last days. And it's only going to get worse. We got to expect spies. We got to expect wickedness of Israelites. We got to expect somebody or people causing confusion within the nation. We got to expect these things. Why? Because we're in the last days. Why? Because this happened to Christ. And if we call ourselves followers of Christ, Yahweh Shai, when we drinking that cup of him, these things are going to happen to us. A lot of these things are going to happen to us. A lot of things we're going to have to go through, man. That's part of it. Part of this truth is maybe something happened within the Israelite community and you getting looked down upon because you're Israelite. That's part of drinking the cup as well. You ain't did nothing. You don't even know what's going on, but yet you drug in with some mess that may be going on within the nation. Now people looking at you like you wicked. But it's like that's part of it. You had these things that happened to Christ. You don't think Yahweh Shai went through certain things like that? Of course. So it's gonna happen to us. So when you get let's get Romans. Romans 9. Romans 9 and 6. For this is the word. But I want it. That Romans 9 and 6. Yeah, Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of God has taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. So this is what we got to remember, man. And do what I was saying earlier. Just because a brother got the mightiest beard, just because a brother got a name in Israel and everybody knew him, just because a sister got a head wrap on with a dress and she say Shalom, just because they appear to be Israel, it doesn't mean that they Israel. A lot of Israelites are what you would call, like, they acting like scribes and Pharisees. They're telling you to do certain things, but behind closed doors, they're not doing those things, man. They're not keeping the law, but they tell you to keep the law. They are spies. They brought in to cause confusion to the nation. Not all Israel are Israel. So we can't think it's strange when certain things happen. We are in the last days. It's only gonna get worse. We think it's gonna. A lot of time we've been thinking in a fairy tale that everything's sweet, that everything gonna be cotton candy and lollipops. You know, if I call this brother up, he gonna help me because he an Israelite and this and da. No, it's not the case, because not all Israel are Israel. Not all Israelites are trying to move like Christ, but they may call themselves Israelites, but they not trying to move like an Israelite. So just because they're Israelite by blood, just because they're Israelite by the covenant, that don't make them live Israelite, because they living like a heathen. They gonna get that same judgment that these heathens get because they living as a heathen. So we can't think it's strange, man, when we see or hear about a wicked Israelite or wicked Israelites. We can't think it's strange, because not all Israel is Israel. Even your favorite teacher, not all Israel is Israel. Sometimes not your favorite brother. Not all Israel is Israel. That's why it's important to keep the fruits of the spirit. Not a lot of Israelites got the fruit of the spirit, but do that make the truth false? That's why I want to make this video. Just because all these things happen in the Israelite community, you may see brothers fighting, fist fighting, brothers slandering brothers' names, brothers making videos on brothers. Do that make the truth not true? Do this make us not the Israelites? No, it further proves that we are the Israelites by how we act, because the Israelites were acting the same way in the ancient world. You know what I'm saying? So when you get the book of my nose keep itching, man. When you get the book of Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that does the will of my Father which is in heaven. So a lot of times we use this with Christians, and we know that's 100% true. You know, a lot of them say Lord, Lord, but a lot of them ain't gonna get in the kingdom of heaven because they say you ain't got to keep the law, or they ain't keeping the commandments. But this also can go with brothers and sisters that call themselves Israelites. It's a lot of brothers and sisters that say Lord, Lord, and it's truth. But what the Bible said, they are wolves inside. They're not Israel. They spies. But yet they be saying, Lord, Lord. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And thy name has cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. That means you're doing sin. You doing some type of wickedness, but yet you was up here saying, what you was up here prophesying in his name. You was up here saying, Lord, Lord, right? You wanted everybody to know you. You want to get attention. You was professing to be the holy of the holiest. We're like, nah, bro. You're doing iniquity, man. You working, you're doing sin, right? You portraying to be something like angel of light, but the whole time you're working iniquity, and I see you. So you gonna depart from me and go into that lake. So that's gonna be a lot of Israelites, man. So if this talking about a lot of Israelites, then what are a lot of Israelites doing now? They must be doing, if a lot of Israelites gonna get the boot from Yahweh Shai, what iniquity are a lot of Israelites doing now? So don't think it's strange when you hear things in the Israelite community. It's supposed to happen. You gotta have a 2/3. You gotta have a 2/3, man. You gotta have, it's already written. So if you gotta have a 2/3, that means all Israelites are not sincere. And you gotta expect that out of Israelites. Not saying, and I'm not saying it's a good feeling when you hear bad news of certain things that happen within the Israelite community, it's not a good feeling. But we have to expect these things, man, and keep doing this work. Because you never know what's going on. You never know what's is somebody agent trying to cause confusion. You never know the intentions of brothers and sisters, but you just gotta, work on you, your household, get your spirit right, and keep it pushing, man. And pray for your people, pray for the nation. When you get, now this is the last, I got two more. When you get the book of Luke, chapter 22. 22 and 1 through 4. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And it says, and the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, for they feared the people. So the chief priests and scribes, which are Israelites, was trying to kill Christ. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12, and he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains how he might betray him unto them. And this is in the Israelite community. All this stuff that you're reading about is happening within the Israelite community back in the ancient world. So how much more now? This is why the Bible said brothers gonna be turned on brothers. That ain't just talking about your biological brother. That's talking about some brothers in the truth. Some sisters in the truth are gonna turn on other sisters in the truth. It's gonna come a time where some brothers may be like in the time of trouble. If you ain't part of my camp, I'm gonna turn you in. If you're not part of so-and-so camp, we're gonna kill you. We shouldn't think that's strange. Why? Because people was coming against a perfect man. So if they was coming against a perfect man without sin, and he was hated by the world, how much more the Israelites that's being sincere? You see what I'm saying? So let me get this last appreciate. Shout out to the brother Baruch. He dropped this precept in the chat. 12. This Luke chapter 12 and verse 35. Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning. So this is what we need to be focused on. A lot of people in the Israelite community love drama. Right? They love drama. And it's kind of strange. It's strange because it'd be a lot of brothers that like drama within the Israelite community. But we can't worry about drama when it comes to in the Israelite community. What we got to worry about is keep our light burning and let our loins be girded about. We ain't got time we don't got time for that, man. We're in the last day. We don't got time to be worried about drama. It's gonna happen. But we got to make sure that we keep our loins girded and keep our light burning. Because that's important. You don't want to fall out the truth in the last days, man. We are literally, they call it sifting season. That's a real thing. When around Passover, it gets sifting season. Folks start getting sifted out the truth and start bugging out. So we want to make sure that we don't bug out and make sure we keep our light burning, man. And be if the same way you is on camera, be the same way off the camera. Don't be on the camera speaking all highly and speaking holy, then off the camera, you wicked. No, be the same way. You speak like this on camera, be the same way off camera, right? When you in public or you with your brothers and the camera not on and y'all talking, be the same way when that camera is on. Don't be a whole other person, because the Lord will expose that. You will be exposed, right? So Lord, with this video was edifying, man. Lord, when this video is edifying, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Repent, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shalom.